Hey, everybody, welcome back to the On Deck podcast. This is a Prospects Live podcast. We've been called Baseball Potpourri. We have been called the All Encompassing Baseball Podcast, but most recently, we've been called, all right, 4 out of 5 stars. And we are your hosting crew. With you, as always, of course, it is the director of pro scouting at Prospects Live. He is the face of baseball media, the free range human, and the middleman, Rhys B. White. Rhys, hi.
Hi. Since the last time we talked, we now have another director being added to our ranks.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I hired this guy, and now all of a sudden he is my peer.
It's like watching.
He wasn't my peer. He wasn't my peer at the beginning of this journey. He was my employee that I threatened to fire
Constantly.
once a week, twice a
Constantly.
week, every day.
So much.
It's like watching your kids grow up and get married, as the great philosopher Michael Scott once said. So. But yes, perfect illusion, my friend Rhys, because with us also the newly appointed director of amateur scouting, never hatless, Coach Nate Rasmussen. Nate, what's up?
Yeah, man. I haven't seen you guys in a while. We obviously skipped the Tuesday episode. Sorry to all our diehard on-deckers out there, but we're back all together, and it's been nice talking to you guys. And
all of our coworkers.
I'm a new man now. I suppose I'm leading the charge over on the amateur side, so I'm super thankful for that opportunity from the guys over here, and excited to get to work.
Yes. And as Nate said, we do want to apologize to all of our hardcore Dom Deckers out there. All of you in Oxford, we apologize. And of course, you have me, your friend, your host, your boy, the director of nothing, Drew Wheeler. Happy to be here with you, bringing down the average, the average title, average titular value of the host. But
Director of podcast hosting.
Of vibes.
No.
Director of vibes.
No, well,
that would be great.
I don't know that I could be that.
You do have the most vibes, and honestly, the most aura. I don't even know what that means. I just hear the kids saying it of anybody on site.
Yeah.
Will Thompson exists.
You're just aura farming. You're gonna be doing that little dance on top of a boat, like a little kid, like those little kids in Asia. I don't even know.
All right. If you want at home to Photoshop Drew doing that dance the little kids did on top of a boat in Asia, I'd love to see it on Twitter. But yes, today's episode, we've got a good one for you. We've got All-Star Weekend topics to talk about, including, but probably not limited to, is Jake Mazuroski really worthy of being in this game? Was Quavo's performance the worst thing in 28 years? Who had the most impressive home run derby? And why was the most impressive home run derby performance of the weekend by a guy that wasn't in the derby? You want all this? You want more? Sit right there. On Deck's coming right back.
I don't want to try that hard. I ain't gonna show that card. People start to wonder if you live here now.
And welcome back from that lovely introduction, brought to you guys by the Drop Teens. Go check out their music, man. So many good songs that we don't even play throughout these episodes. But, Bells, we're here to talk about All-Star Weekend. And some of you should already know this, but we had boots on the ground at All-Star Weekend. Drew Wheeler, welcome back from Atlanta, my friend. And how was that experience overall for you before we get into the actual specifics of the different events or whatnot? But how was it being in Atlanta?
I don't ever want to what I'm about to say could probably be perceived as being like sarcastic, but I hope that people know me well enough to know that's not. It was a blessing. I mean, it was absolutely a blessing. It was such a treat to be there and to represent the site and all of the very, very smart people and capable people to be chosen to represent us and be there is a blessing. And it's something that I don't think if I did this 300 times, which would greatly exceed the average lifespan of a human being, so it's deeply impossible, I would appreciate it and feel this blessed every single time. It was fabulous, and I have plenty of stories, plenty of anecdotes, plenty of goof and gaff and interesting to talk about. I'm sure we'll get to some of it along the way, but thank you for asking, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You will be our lead analyst as the man who saw this with his own eyes for some of these events or whatnot. So, and also just to rephrase that, it was a Chris blessing, Drew.
It was a Chris blessing.
It was a Chris
as
blessing.
It were. It was.
Let's get right into some future game coverage. So Rhys, I know you hate going first, but I want to go to you because I think you have a good take on the Futures game. Right, it's a 7-inning game. We saw a lot of top prospects pull out before the event even begun. What were your thoughts on the Futures game?
At this point, if this is the way the league and everyone is going to treat the game, why have it? Right? The idea they're going to put it on a Saturday, competing with games that people care about. I think there's some pretty good series. I didn't watch any of them. I think the Tigers were playing the Mariners. They weren't playing a real major league team. No, I'm just kidding. The Mariners whooped the Tigers, which is fine. It happens. I'm not upset about it at all. But don't put in the papers that I'm upset. But I think that the way that the league has handled the All-Star festivity being the Futures game, I think is kind of emblematic that it probably isn't long for the event, and I think that is a disservice to fans, but it also isn't marketed well enough. I think it is something that should not be on a Saturday. It should be on Tuesday. I don't know when the days are. I believe the game's on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday, right? If you're gonna find out, I did not watch the game. I do not watch the All-Star game. I enjoy my time off from baseball. I enjoy it just as much as the players who don't make the All-Star game or the ones that pull out last second. But it was good. There was some interesting performances. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of it is I think people put too much weight in it. Me personally, but I just think the league just doesn't care about it, and the players are starting to not care about it either. Because what's the point in if you're not going to see any good pitchers, right? Like the best pitching prospects aren't playing it anymore. It was cool to see Matt Clark do well. It was cool to see Jose Briseño hit the crap out of the ball. It's cool to see, what is his name? Josue de Paula murder a baseball that had a family. But the league doesn't care. They don't want us to see that these players are really talented and that, some of the players that we see at the major leagues aren't as talented and there's some service time manipulation, so they don't market it as well. There's just a whole thing that bothers me about it, and it has nothing to do with the idea of the game itself. It's just how everybody handles it.
I think that is very well said, and I would say that the only good thing that comes from that game is the StatCast data on the pitchers, and even then, the top pitchers aren't throwing in it, so how valuable is it? But there's another angle here, is that the one really cool thing about this game is it gives someone an opportunity to see all these guys live next to each other in one place. So from a scouting perspective, in-person eyes, no event better. So Drew, this is where we're going to kick it straight to you, and I want to start with batting practice, all right? What were your takeaways from batting practice? Surprises, good or bad? Question mark.
Yes. First surprise comes from a player who, before even he touched the field, I was tremendously impressed with, was Carter Jensen. This is a young man that's very well put together mentally and physically. Like, looking at his body, he is taking such good care of himself, which he should. He's a catcher. But then to see the execution of this care on the field, I think Jensen hit maybe the most impressive home run at batting practice, belting a ball on top of the chop house. That is a reservation for one, folks. Just absolutely obliterated Rhys. As you said a minute ago, the ball that Josue de Paula hit had a family. The ball that Carter Jensen hit was evaporated from the earth, Thanos style. I don't think they've ever found it. Very, very impressive. Although the hit tool does have some concernicus, but that's being a little pessimistic. Another thing I'm deeply impressed with is that Kevin McGonigal told us, Greg and myself, shout out Greg, he said he wants to be the best hitter on planet Earth. Watching his BP backs that up entirely. He has such a fundamentally sound swing that even Saint Blessing himself could not find many things to critique at all. Jesus Mate has, I was told, the fastest hands that have been seen since Ronald Acuna Jr. So that's something that will always stick with me. That is just tremendous. Braden Montgomery, as I have said for years and years, needs to stop swinging switch. He is much better. Rhys?
He's much better from the left side, the important side.
There you go. Thank you. So that was also very impressive from batting practice perspective. I think that there was one more note that I had, but Tommy White. Hyper impressive power. Very impressive power. Very nice young man also. Got to give him credit. Nice, sweet young man. I'm worried about the way that his swing has some holes in it. I think his arms get a little straight, barred, and I think that might imply that heat in the top of the zone might give him some real trouble once guys start to pick up on that. So I hope I'm not giving any pitchers any hints at home. But yeah, I thought that old Drew had. Very impressive, though. He had a very loud AB. Max Clark's AB was great. Max mentioned to me how he's been working on his swing and trying to mature it, and I can see it visibly. It looks so much more fluid and articulate from the sense that his body seems to be working as a fluid thing rather than any what's the word I'm looking for here, guys? Like any detraction, any like contrarian parts. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here.
Segmented. The swing
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
look segmented.
Thank you, Rhys. Thank you. Segmented. It was less segmented, more of a fluid sort of thing. Very impressed with him as well. Nate, I hope that I answered your question in that long running crap.
You did, and you did more, and it brought up questions for me to include our dear friend Rhys in this conversation. I was on a plane when the Futures game was going on, so I saw the results and the social media clips or whatnot. But Rhys, is it fair to say that Kevin McGonigal is just the best pure hitter in the minor leagues right now?
Yeah, I think that he is most assuredly the best pure hitter. Your point about Jesus Mate is why I refuse to rank Luis Pena higher than him, and I think it is asinine to do so. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's asinine, but I think it's a little wonky. I mean, but yeah, Kevin McGonigal, best hit tool in the minors. Like, I'm not going to put an 80 on it because it's not that. An 80 is reserved. I don't think I'll ever put an 80 hit tool on someone. I genuinely, Luis Arias, maybe, like, as a prospect, was pretty bonkers. They also had that catcher. Who was his name? Who couldn't catch? He was bad as a prospect. He's like bad defender. Anyways, that's not important in the Twin system at the time. Williams Estudio. There we go. See, Nate, once you know now you're gonna start like having those moments. Yeah, that was before I was born. No, but I'm just saying you're gonna have those moments when you're on a podcast and you're like, who is this guy? I know everything about him up until, and then the name hits you. It's like I'm having like. Anyways, that's not important.
The turtle. Shout out the turtle.
Shout out La Tortuga. Great nickname. I just wish his play was matched the nickname because that would have been an awesome nickname. But yeah, I just think that like Kevin McGonigal is the best contact guy I've ever seen. And it's not like he just is like a slap hitter. He has some legit juice. I mean, what we're talking about, maybe 55 to the pull side. Like, you know, I think that there's a chance that he's a 70 hitter with 55 juice to the pull side who knows how to get to it and maximize that juice. But also, like, you know, like when he does it, when you do have a pull, when he does lift and pull, if he mishits it, it's just a flare single, right? Like he's got that sort of outcome. He's got such special hands, the way in which they traverse through the zone. I wish that I had a video of him. I'd just put it right here. I don't even know. Listen, if you're gonna learn something about me, I don't know what direction I'm facing on the camera. So I do it all the time on Pat the Show. But I just wish that, he was talked about as maybe one of the best. I wish that more people talked about how he's just the best pure contact guy in the minors.
Yeah,
because he's a Tigers prospect.
I love him.
I think it's interesting to note as well that I asked Kevin to rate the nickname Professor that we seem to heap on him. You know, Professor McGonigal.
I don't like it.
Okay, what would you rate it out of 10, Rhys?
Out of 10, it's like a 5. It's fine. It's like perfectly mid.
Okay, Kevin gave it a 4.
I wish. Okay, Kevin, see, smart guy.
Kevin
McGonigal.
I asked him what he would prefer, nickname he would prefer, and he gave me a nickname he much prefers. He said, so we have to start using this.
What is it?
Magoo.
I like Magoo a lot more.
So he referenced several. He said Magoo, Bev, Kev, K-Mac, and he said he does get Professor, but he said he much prefers Magoo. So all of you at home,
I like K-Mac.
I like K-Mac also.
K-Bone. K-Bone. That's what we'll call him. I think we should just start becoming people Bone more. T-Bone, Nate Bone, Drew Bone,
D-Bone. Yeah.
N-Bone.
D-Bone
yeah,
is
exactly.
D-Bone is a little sus. Actually, I'm going to retract that one.
I don't like the nickname Magoo, first of all.
Really?
I don't like that one bit. It sounds dirty.
Ooh, okay.
No,
I picture like
get your
Mr.
mind out
Magoo.
of the gutter. This is a family-friendly
No, not
podcast.
like that kind of dirty. Like it's just like a grimy name.
Like
it's a gritty player.
Have you not? What you don't like, Nate?
I don't like the word goo at all. It's like the word moist. It's like ugh.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
All right.
Okay.
Enough. While we're on the topic of
we were supposed
Twins,
to be quick today.
Yes, we were. So I'm gonna.
We talked about this pre-show.
I'm gonna go quick with this. While we're on the topic of Twins, Tigers minor leaguers, I have to tell a Josue Briseño story that Max Clark told me.
Yes.
Yes. I asked him for the funniest story about either Kevin or Josue, and he said, "Yes, I have a great one." He was like, "So, Josue went like he was like I think he went like 10 10 for 12 on the week against this team with like 3 bombs, like was just on an absolute heater. He was like, he is also trying to work on his English. So one of the team staffers asked him, like, Josue, we want you to do an interview with us. And he was like, guys, I'm going to do this interview in English. And everybody's like, yeah, man, go for it. Do it. So as he's preparing for this, all the team are like sitting around watching him do this interview. And apparently Josue forgets that they cannot swear in these interviews. And so they're like, okay, Josue, so, what were you doing up there today? So Max started doing Josue Briseño. I'm going to imitate Max doing Josue. Yeah, Papi, so I was going up there in the box. I'm just looking for that effing fastball. And then when I see my effing fastball, I'm going to crank that effing fastball. You know what I mean? And so I kept seeing my effing fastball, kept cranking that effing fastball all day. And Max goes, and now I know that seems excessive. He said he kept saying it and kept saying it and kept saying it. He said it was like... It was like he tried, like in his brain, that word was like really, or like mine, or like it was like it didn't translate that it's a swear until like he kind of like last minute was just like, oh. And so now he said that all of the team will ask him, hey, Poppy, you seeing that effing fastball today? And he said, if you get a chance to talk to Josue, you have to ask him about that. I said, oh, I absolutely will. Didn't get a chance, but I have that amazing story.
I love players who don't speak English and having to do it, and then they learn certain Americanisms.
Yes.
Like there's this famous Bob Costas interview with Ichiro, and they ask him what is his favorite American saying, and it's Kansas City is hotter than 2 rats consensually doing stuff in a wool sock.
Yes.
Like I love that sort of stuff. That's like I wish that we could ask every player who's like English isn't their first language. And Ichiro's English at that time was very good. So yeah, I love that. I love when players don't speak it. I would like to see players that speak English try and do interviews in Spanish and see how that goes. Because I'm sure they pick up the cuss words more in Spanish too than they do in English, or than they do any other words, because they probably hear it all the time with how the prevalence of influence of Latin American players is. But that's neither here nor there. I just love that Ichiro story, and I love that Josue Briseño story, cursing to minor league baseball television.
I had to share that with my boys just because I was like, man, that's a great story. Nate, I'm sorry to derail us. Go ahead, please.
No, so I have 2 follow-up questions, and we will talk about pitchers first. Were there any pitchers that really did impress you, and
Yes.
was one of them Jonah Tong?
Yes,
I saw
Jonah
a lot
Tong
of buzz.
the most impressive pitcher without a doubt. He landed all of his pitches in the zone. I think that I've always kind of thought, okay, the fastball is really strong. The delivery is going to give a kind of an odd look. Obviously, it's a weird look, which I like. But I didn't know about the secondaries. But anything he threw, and I don't have his mix in front of me, so I don't want to perceive in my brain. I know there was a breaking ball of sort, but it looked solid. Landed it for strikes. Tong was hyper impressive. But the other, only for a single inning pitched, which really perturbed me. But man, Trey Yesavage is every bit the stud that we thought he would be coming out last year. And I think it's so sad that kind of Burns and Hagen Smith were here, and then Yesavage was here. I think he's comfortably the third. They're probably... Is it sus to say he's better than Hagen Smith? I'm going to say no. So I think.
Oh no, it's not at all. I think
Okay.
it's a reality that he's better than Hagen Smith. Like
there you
I've
go.
been on this train for like a couple months now.
Well,
though.
there you go.
Not everyone's as
When you
smart as
see
I
our
am. No, I'm
top
just kidding.
100, you will see the difference in those 2 rankings. But Rhys,
So-
I want to... Oh, sorry, Drew. No.
No.
You have more.
Yesavage was fabulous. Landed his pitches. He brought the heat. He was super intense. And again, sweetheart of a guy. Can't wait to drop a social clip with me and Yesavage coming soon. But anyway, Rhys, please go.
So here's my question for Rhys right here is we have been high on Yesavage on the pro side for a while now. We've been slightly lower on Jonah Tong. What is the contrarian view on Jonah Tong, Rhys, the middleman?
Oh, middleman. I think it's a pretty fastball changeup heavy profile, and I don't really care for that pitch mix from a small righty. It is incredible balance. I mean, there's that picture of him, being balanced on one leg, but I feel like if you caught a still shot of a lot of pitchers, you would see how good their balance is, because I don't think you make it to that level without impeccable balance. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But Jonah Tong, I'm not the craziest about the breaking ball. Like, it's a curveball. It can get a little loopy, and the numbers on it are fine, but they're not like otherworldly, like I think people think. The fastball and changeup are very good, but for how many fastball changeup righties are consistently good? I think he's someone who And despite this delivery being like unorthodox, I think batters will be able to pick it up after after a couple like his first turn or two through the road, first turn or through the league when he gets promoted, probably this season or next.
Maybe it is,
great
Rhys.
deal.
Maybe it is just a case of it being the first time some of those guys saw him. It being just a really good day for the curveball, because it is a curveball. Hearing you say curveball and seeing it in my brain, it is a curve. But I
It's a little
understand your
slow.
concerns. I understand your concerns. I just, again, the time I saw him live, it was very, very impressive.
Absolutely. So my next question for you, Drew, would be, what was your favorite interview that you did? We've seen a couple of them on social media so far. Who was your favorite interview? You got to pick a favorite.
I love talking to Max Clark.
He
He
seems
was
like a nice guy. He
He
seems like he's
is
grown
the
up a lot
best.
in the past 2 years.
incredibly
Like
kind, incredibly mature.
very mature.
Yes, dude. I think the question he appreciated the most was actually when I asked him about his faith. And so he and I, sharing obviously a similar faith, we had an excellent talk about that. I felt like he and I really clicked kind of instantly in a sense, which I really appreciated. But another one I really liked was Charlie Condon. Because I knew that I couldn't shy away from asking Charlie the difficult question about, look, you really struggled. And so, what was it like? What can you speak to the mental toughness and the tenacity to pretty much come back to work and face this demon down and do better? And it was awesome. And just really fulfilling to get to have that conversation with a guy that I admired a lot last season and still do. I think that it's very mentally tough for him to do that. Thanks for asking, Nate. Appreciate that.
Yeah. We do have breaking news on the On Deck podcast. Rhys, and let's get your insider opinion on this huge blockbuster trade that just broke.
Oh my gosh.
The
Adam
Braves
Frazier
have
to the
acquired
Pirates?
Dane Dunning from the Rangers in exchange for Jose Ruiz. Wow. We don't actually have to talk about that at all. I know we're on a tighter schedule today. Sorry.
Who is
thought that was
Jose
funny.
Ruiz?
Here's for the thumbnail.
Jose Ruiz is a pitcher. we're gonna move on to our next topic.
Thank God the Braves did something. I was really worried about them. I was like, man, this is a team. They're a Dane Dunning away. Honestly, you could have told me Dane Dunning was on the Braves, and I would have believed you. I actually still kind of believe in Dane Dunning. It's not his fault that the Rangers do things. Anyways, we'll move on.
Okay, home run
They
derby.
do things.
Home run derby time. My boy Cal Raleigh took it home. Drew, I need you to talk for like a minute about the home run derby while I go get something.
Okay, sure. So the Home Run Derby is an event that takes place yearly for Major League Baseball, which involves 8 of the best hitters hitting as many home runs as possible. Recently, it has been changed from a time limit to 40 pitches. Cal Raleigh is really incredibly talented at hitting balls a long, long way. Nate's favorite team, the Mariners, are in really enjoying Cal Raleigh, who has carried their team. Look at you, Nate. Wow. Cal Raleigh has carried this team, and I love seeing his star shine very brightly with his family on the biggest stage of them all. I thought that seeing Raleigh displaying his talents in this way brings 2 words to mind: catcher and supremacy. So there you go, Nate. That's a minute.
I just wanted to shout out Grandma Rasmussen, who got me the Cal Raleigh jersey this year
Hi,
for
Grandma
graduation.
Raz.
That was huge. Nice to
Shout out
wear that
Grandma
jersey
Rasmussen.
and support the Raleigh family. But is Junior Caminero, I don't know if you talked about him all as well, is Junior Caminero now kind of finally being shed into the public eye? I know Ross Jensen might be the biggest fan of his out there, and for good reason. Junior Caminero's having
Ross
a
is a
fantastic
bigger
year.
fan of Junior Caminero than Junior Caminero's family, and I love this for Ross. So yeah, Junior Caminero, man, that was something
Impressive.
Pretty cool
And I
to
like
see
how you
him on the big stage.
I like how you said 8 of the best hitters, and then we just watched O'Neal Cruz, who like might be perfectly built for the home run derby, but like doesn't consistently do it enough in game. This is the year I finally got off the O'Neal Cruz train, and I feel liberated. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. He's no longer going to be an MVP candidate, and that's fine. I can just enjoy him for what he is. A good player who has some warts.
A flawed player that is very
a flawed but interesting player who I will continue to believe in, and if the Pirates should trade him, well, the value is still somewhat high. But that's neither here nor there.
Have we had the Jazz Chisholm talk?
No, I picked Jazz Chisholm amongst friends as winning this derby, and no one has yet made fun of me for it, so I really appreciate that.
That was the worst pick I've ever heard.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
I saw a tweet that said that Jazz Chisholm should apologize to the caterpillars in the grass at whatever they're calling the Atlanta ballpark.
Truest.
For what he did. Yeah.
3 home runs. Oh, and then making excuses after the game. Oh, I wanted to keep my swing. Don't sign up for the damn derby. Don't. That makes me upset. I am not a Jazz Chisholm guy. I never have been. I don't think that he is as good of a baseball player.
You think
as
Miguel
think
Rojas was correct?
Miguel Rojas was slightly correct, maybe.
No.
I simply don't get it with the Chisholm hype. I just don't think that he deserves that much.
Not
and I understand that
Jazz.
he's a character and people like louder characters or whatnot.
I've made a decent name in this industry by just being a louder character, I'll have you know. And yeah, I don't know what it is about Jazz Chisholm. What is there to like about a guy that's strong and fast and fun? I don't know. Trash.
I like Jazz. I like that he had a really good outfit on too. After having he was just it was just an experience. I very much like that the Yankees fans are having the Jazz Chisholm experience because it's he's actually he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a really good player. I do think that when he was rated as one of the more overrated players in baseball, I don't think that the players were wrong. I don't think he's a superstar. I think he's a very good. I think he's a very, very good player.
I'm a hater.
We were trying to make a superstar, and he just doesn't have that talent. There's nothing wrong with that. He's a very good player, very bad defender. But that's neither here nor there.
I think part of my argument does come from when the players voted him the most overwhelming, because 2 years ago when he was on the Marlins, it was when he was on the cover of the MiLB show and he was like a league average hitter and all that, and it was frustrating, I suppose.
I can empathize with your.
I should walk that back slightly. He's a fine player. I don't think we have too much more to talk about in the home run derby, though. I like the format this year a little bit. I wish that they would stop doing the thing where you get extra balls for balls hit over 425 feet. I think that's a weird wrinkle that I'm not sure I love for some reason. I've just always thought that it makes the screen messy and it just kind of confuses me.
The broadcast is terrible. So I didn't watch it live. The camera work is horrifically bad, and my other thought was, I can't believe someone complained about Brent Rooker being a good dad. Are we serious? Feeding his child at a very important moment in Brent Rooker's life, and he gets to enjoy that with, I'm just going to say, a child. I don't know what the gender of the baby is. It doesn't really matter to me.
I believe it is a little girl, but yes, Rhys, you're absolutely right to call out somebody for calling out Brent. Pathetic. Grow up.
It's not like it's a real game, and even then,
who cares?
You have to feed your child. It's the number one job as a parent, right? To feed your baby. You
have to feed your baby.
I didn't get it. I think people are taking this way. Obviously, that's someone who lost money on a shitty parlay, right?
How about this? I'll walk back what I said about Jazz. If Brent Rooker played like Jazz and then was, or in the derby played like Jazz and then was feeding his baby, maybe then people have a little bit more of a leg to stand on. There isn't a leg there, but a little bit more of a leg to stand on to be like, man, maybe if you were focused on blah, blah, blah. But shut up. Brent Rooker is awesome.
The home run. It's the home run derby. He's an awesome follow.
Yeah.
He's so good. I'm very happy for him. He deserved every bit of that money.
And from Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Brent Rooker, permanent. Go ahead.
All-Star game. The greatest ending to an All-Star game
ever
that I've witnessed. That was the most incredible thing. And it has gotten, somehow baseball Twitter has all agreed on something for the first time ever in saying that All-Star game ending was awesome. I don't know
what
if you
happened?
guys have any. Rhys, what did you just say?
What happened? I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I didn't. I told you I enjoy my time off from baseball.
Okay,
I enjoy
Nate,
this.
Let's tag team this.
There was I heard there was a
Rhys,
swing off, and I kind of want people to explain what a swing off is to me, because that's probably going to start coming into games to end Major League Baseball games soon, because Rob Manfred doesn't know what he's doing.
Look, I think that if a game goes 15 innings and we're still tied, yeah, do a home run swing off. I don't care. But Nate, okay, so Nate, let's do this. So the National League held a substantial lead, Rhys, throughout the game. The American League came back and tied the game in the ninth to end the ninth inning. Apparently, as part of some newfangled rule, now we settle it with a home run swing off. So the AL and NL managers earlier in the day had chosen 3 batters to represent their team in the case this occurred. Nate, tag out to you. Take over from here.
The AL chose Randy Arozarena, Jonathan Aranda, and the first guy who swung was Brent Rooker.
Correct.
The NL chose Kyle Schwarber, the MVP of the All-Star game. They chose Pete Alonso, and who led off for them, Drew? Someone led off for them.
I'll do a Google, but you
It
go
was
ahead and continue.
It was Kyle Stowers. It was Kyle Stowers.
Ah,
Oh
yes,
my
yes,
God.
yes.
Did that.
Well said.
So it was a highly.
I'm glad I didn't watch this. I'm glad I found something better to do with my time.
I would disagree. It was absolutely awesome.
I agree with Nate. Like,
I
Rhys,
am the
you
most
should
traditional
watch
baseball
this.
guy ever. I don't like Jazz Chisholm. Like, I'm so traditional or whatever. And it was the coolest thing for an All-Star game ever. They should never include it in actual MLB games,
No.
but everyone agrees with that.
But this
it
was
would be silly.
cool.
It
This was cool.
And the players loved it, which is a good test to see if they're doing something fun in the best All-Star game in professional sports. MLB is continuing to do good things.
Oh, the NHL All-Star Game is way better, my man.
They don't even have an NHL All-Star game anymore.
They didn't have, they had it for, well, then that counts.
What?
That tournament was like better than any All-Star. I hate All-Star games. That makes me the least fun
The
person at
USA
parties, and
versus
I don't
Canada,
care.
the Four Nations thing.
Yeah, the Four Nations thing is like a million
Yeah, that was
times
awesome.
better than
But that's
anything.
like saying the
cool.
World Baseball Classic is awesome. I feel like it's somewhat
Well, yeah.
similar.
The World Baseball Classic should be the All-Star Game. I really think that we should replace the All-Star Game with an international tournament, and I think that'll be way more fun, and people would actually care. Me would care more about it.
So the Futures game was originally Rhys USA versus the world. I mean, if that was
Which was
similar, what if that was the All-Star setup? What if it wasn't a tournament but just two teams?
Yeah, but
The All-Star game is not broke. The MLB All-Star game works.
I agree.
It's
I
got
think
the
it's
best
great.
viewership among All-Star games by far. I think the one good thing we have going is that baseball's like in a good content space right now with the World Baseball Classic. The Olympics will be interesting to see what they do with that, with the mid-season stuff.
speaking of that, I want to have a quick divergent from there. I know we talked about being quicker on these, cutting down on the nonsense. Do you guys like the idea of still having the All-Star game? Because I saw the report float around that it's going to be in San Francisco, which would be a fantastic place to host an All-Star game. But they're going to have the Olympics in LA. Like, how are they going to do that? Like, do you guys like that idea? I think they should just do the All-Star game. All-Star break should just be the Olympics.
Extended All-Star break. You have to find a way to get everyone in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And with seeing guys like Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh commit, that means that they are going to do that. So that schedule that year is going to have to be different, right? Whether you start a week early and end a week late that season. But you need like 10 days to do because you want as many nations as possible to be included. I'm sure that they've already hammered a lot of this out, and it's probably public info that I don't know yet. But I think you do an extended All-Star break, and you probably just say whatever on the home run derby and those things, or maybe you do like a minor league home run derby to do something.
But I know they really want it. They still want to do the All-Star because they don't want to lose out on the revenue, because that is a big revenue generator. As Drew can probably tell you, there's a million people there. So
I guess if they've already set a location, then they're still going to do it. I wonder how they're going to be able to
I'm
make
not going
all
to go
of
to
that
both.
fit.
I'll go to the Olympics. It's closer and also way cooler.
You brought up a minor league home run derby, and that's a brief soapbox I'll touch on. The one thing that I missed the most from this year's Futures game and All-Star Weekend that they didn't include was the skills contest for the Futures game. I thought that was fabulous because the final round of this was a home run derby. Just outstanding stuff and very, very fun. I think that if that's what we're going for with this event is fun and let's market our players better, market your players better. That was awesome. Do it again.
As much as I didn't watch the All-Star game, and I really, when people were saying a swing off, I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You might as well be talking about a different sport. I think that if the MLB actually really wanted to market their thing, they used to do this thing back in the day of each league got their own All-Star break, like the minor leagues, and I wish that they would redo that. That was a lot of fun. Like, you'd have the Cal League All-Star game in whatever random California city, and then I wish they would bring that back. But I obviously understand why they're not going to do that. Players like their rest, and I don't blame them. But yeah, I just wish they'd bring that back. Bring back the minor league All-Star games.
I love MLB All-Star Weekend, Rhys. I think it's an interesting take from you that you.
It's a bad take. It's a bad take. I understand, but someone's got to have it, and I'm happy to be that person. It's not that I dislike the MLB All-Star. Like, I don't dislike the idea of it. I just enjoy the time not thinking about baseball. What did I do that day?
I feel like I don't think much about baseball. It's like an enjoy, because nowadays I watch baseball for work. right? Like that's like what my baseball watching is. That's like the one fun time I feel like for
That's
just like
college
kicking
baseball for
back.
me. College baseball is like I get to scratch that itch of like this is fun. Plus, I think we mentioned about it. It's not the same style as Major League Baseball. It's quite fun. Still bunting. Still, teams not understanding how to shift. And I think you can still shift in college too. So yeah, I understand that. I understand that my all-star dislike and not watching it is an incredibly unpopular opinion.
Well, Rhys,
I'll
you
work on that.
do work pretty hard, so I guess you did deserve a minor break. I don't know if that's a hot take or whatnot. But Drew, any last thoughts to wrap up All-Star Weekend for you?
No. Want to thank MLB for credentialing us. Want to thank Greg, Smata, Ross, Nate, Rhys. Want to thank everybody that was on the draft stream. Want to give a special thanks to Chris Blessing, who I referenced Blessing's Law to in person. I thought that was awesome. I want to thank Chris Clegg for his friendship. I want to thank Tyler and CJ. And I hope that the family that I gifted something to, I know that there's a very little chance you ever see this podcast, let alone this episode, but I hope that you enjoyed it. And that's all I got to say. It was fabulous. And thank God for the opportunity. It was a blessing.
We're glad you went, buddy, and we'll
Chris
take
blessing.
As it were.
We will take a quick break and come back with some court mandated service time from Rhys.
I used to be brash, I used to be bold, lived off rhythm and road, I burned every brick.
Anyways, what is happening at Prospects Live? As I have the worst worst presenting that I've ever had. Okay, Nate Rasmussen, our new director of amateur scouting, has decided to grade every team's draft, and I'll let Nate talk about that here in a second. We have the Dynasty pickup guys still doing their midweek Dynasty baseball pickups, All-Star edition. What's his name? Sonny has decided that he wants to complain about there being no baseball. I loved there was no baseball. It was great. Two different, the duality of man right there. Jacob Maxwell wrote his best pick in every single round. I'm very excited to read about the best pick in the 20th round. We have the Dynasty baseball crew. They had an FYP update podcast. We had Gabe Estevez. He decided to put out a stepping into the mind of a GM, and he did all the NL teams and what they might do at the deadline. We had the fantastic draft stream that was honestly like it could not have been better. It went off without a hitch. I had very few technical difficulties. I'm going to take that as a shout out me. We also had fantastic guests on. We had people coming in and out. Max Ellingson was around for the whole first round. We had Nate putting up an all-time performance. Nate was sick. I'm not going to disclose because I think that's a HIPAA violation of what you were dealing with. But oh my God, when I found out what you have, that is crazy. He has malaria. No, yeah, just kidding. Very very sad for people with malaria. Anyways, the Dynasty Diplomas continues to roll down. We have our FYPD ranks, and like I said, we have a new lead for the draft side, and that's Nate. Nate, what's on your mind?
First of all, that draft grade video or article. There's a video on YouTube that you guys can go watch to accompany you audio visual friendly folks out there like me. I love consuming YouTube baseball content, so I decided to make one. It's on the Prospects Live YouTube channel, and it seems like people like it so far. So go check that out if you want to go see your favorite team's grade. What is on my mind, guys? I went to a concert the other day, and a nice outdoor concert. I believe I shared a picture with you guys from that concert, or maybe that was a different group chat. And I was for a band called Watch House, which makes some nice little folky tunes. You might not look at me and be like, that guy listens to soft melodic folk music. Well, I got layers to me is how I would respond to that one.
He's like an onion.
I got things, man. I got motion. So I went to
emotion.
I went to this concert, and I took my best buddy, right? Because I always buy 2 concert tickets thinking I'll have a girlfriend. I never have a girlfriend, so I just took my friend last minute, right? Texted him 2 hours for the concert. And so me and him went, and I'm at the concert or whatever, and I feel like we can talk about personal life stuff on this podcast. I feel like people appreciate this. And I look in front of me, and it's my ex-girlfriend I haven't seen in 3 years is at this concert. The only woman I've ever loved was in front of me, and I hadn't seen her since we broke up. Crazy mental gymnastics going on there. Get this, guys. She introduced me to this band when we dated. Granted, we were 18 and 19 years old. We dated for about a year. It was an early college relationship. But what a crazy little mental pretzel your boy was in. So I did not talk to her. Would you guys have went up and said hi? I know that there's many layers to this or whatnot, but I think this is an interesting dynamic, and I'm very open about my life.
We're definitely not getting that 20-minute what's on your mind that you wanted us to do.
No.
Okay, I have a question. It obviously, the way you're making it sound, it did not sound like you ended things on amicable terms. You don't need to go into detail if you don't want to. I will text you about that later. I'm very fascinated. I want all the tea. But basically, yeah, that's what I want to know before I can give you my correct answer.
I broke up with her. It was somewhat amicable, but it was not the cleanest thing ever, if you might say. We did not have really any contact after that. We did get a dog together, so I was curious how the dog was doing because she took the dog in the divorce. So I could have talked to her.
How's the dog, by the way?
That's what I was wondering.
How are you?
Yeah,
Drew's much more mature on this than I would, because I still live in the same town that I went to high school with, and I still see some of my girlfriends, and I avoid them like the plague. Even the ones that ended on a more amicable. Well, actually, one of them cheated on me, but that's neither here nor there. I don't care. I don't care that this is out there.
No shame here. You're among friends, and I'm sorry if my audio is weird, Nate and everybody. Question first. Who was she with? Was she with another guy?
She was with her best friend, who I became very close with, and then her father.
Okay. I would have.
So when you say got very close with, now this is going to be a whole hour-long thing. I need to know every detail. When you got very close with,
I love
what
getting
does
you guys
that
into the
imply?
drama. It's her best friend. You know, some people just have a best friend. It's like, that is their best friend. Was her.
That's their person.
Just super close. So anytime I was with her, we would often be with her friends and stuff like, or her
So it was like a throuple.
Not
like
quite.
being a throuple, basically.
Not quite. No, we definitely had our alone
but without
time,
the benefits of a throuple.
She was often around, so I got to know her very well as well.
I think Nate, since you weren't with a girl, I probably would have said something. I probably would have just been like, "Hey, crazy seeing you here," and just letting it be awkward would have made it instantly not awkward. But
okay, I have another question about the concert.
Yeah, go ahead, Rhys.
Is it assigned seating or was it general admission?
It was on the pier in downtown Seattle, which is the most beautiful concert venue ever. But she was 2 people in front of me when we went to our spot, and then we moved, and then we ended up being behind her again later on. We locked eyes at one point, guys. I think we did, but I just didn't want to go up and be like, "Hey."
Does she want to be a guest on the podcast? Can we ask her some questions?
Yeah,
no, I would never do that. I would
link.
never do that to you. I would if we ever had an ex-girlfriend of mine on this podcast, I would leave.
Out of 10, and I need you to be brutally honest with yourself. Out of 10, how good? What were the terms? If 10 is wow, it was the most amicable, pleasant breakup, and 1 is we screamed and one of us went to jail. Where were you at?
There was no yelling. Maybe a 5 or a 6.
Were there tears shed?
I think.
You don't have to say by who.
Oh, there had to have been tears.
There were definitely tears shed.
There was a dog in this equation. There were absolutely tears. Nate, I think you should text this. I think you should text this girl and be like, "Hey, I either saw you or someone who looks exactly like you at Watch House, and wish I would have said what's up and asked about insert dog's name."
This is why you're my freaking wingman, man. Yeah, my buddy was you should send a video of the back of her.
That's creepy.
That's
very
creepy.
Serial killer.
It's a joke.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a joke.
I figured.
We're 22.
Okay.
But it was funny. Like she walked in front of me, and I looked at my buddy. I was like, "That was my ex," and he was like, "Oh, I remember her." And I was like, "Wow, she got a new tattoo," and that was about it.
Now I have a question. Did the parents know of you? Did they like you?
Yeah,
I mean, you're a very nice guy.
I think I think I play very well with the parent crowd. Me and her dad definitely had some good times back in the day. So yeah, I don't think the dad saw me or whatnot. And as they left, like before we left, like they left like before the encore. You know how there's always an encore at concerts? They left during the first break, and I was like, why would you ever do that? Like, it's not like parking was a problem or anything. It was a smaller concert. And they left, and they walked pretty close to me where I was like, oh, like, they definitely, like, the dad could see me. Or I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this or whatnot. If she wanted to talk to me, she could have come up to me. So it was definitely the ball was in my court.
That's true. I do think that the dad, if the dad saw you and knew for sure, like, that's Nate, I bet he would have talked to you. The dad.
I wonder if the dad still likes me. You know, that's an interesting one right there.
I'm
Does
saying
the
without
dad
knowing,
like the guy that breaks up with the girl?
Right, without knowing.
That was my next question. Who broke up with who? Like, you know, like I want to know everything.
Is that getting too deep?
I want to know what you're wearing that day. No, you don't.
Why did Nate break up with this girl 3 years ago?
That's the title of the podcast. There we go.
Perfect.
That's our clickbait title. Okay.
I just thought it was a very interesting situation.
I don't think you were in the wrong for not reaching out to her, because at this point it's been 3 years, and it's like an eternity basically. She
After
had a
the
new
breakup,
tattoo. Maybe
she
got a new
moved
tattoo of
to
you.
Hawaii.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys break? You don't have to disclose this if you don't want to. Again, any question I ask you are more than welcome to say no, and we can just cut this with some post-show thing. Was she planning on moving to Hawaii, and you guys were thinking about doing a long distance thing? Did that factor into the split? Again, you can always cut this.
No, I'm very open about this kind of stuff.
Okay, cool.
She like packed up her shit and moved to Hawaii like right after we broke up. Like lived in her car in Hawaii. Which is why I'm like, wow, did I like
it's very
break
hard to get a car
heart?
out there?
But I was like, no, I think she just like didn't feel tied down anymore. So then she just left and did something she always wanted to do. Because me and her went to Hawaii when we were dating, and she freaking loved it out there, man. So I understand why she did that. But I would assume she's back now if she's going to concerts in Seattle. But you know, I'm leaving Seattle probably maybe for good. You know, in August. So it's not like, you know, we were going to get back together or anything 3 years later, but it's just an interesting thought because I do think about her whenever. It's the only girlfriend I've had.
You loved her.
Some would say. You could put it that way for sure.
It sounds like you do, or did. So the way you're describing it, it sounds like you do or did. And I think that it's natural, but what an interesting thing to be in that position. No, to be in that, yeah, absolutely. To be in that position, and then what do you do?
I just thought that was an interesting situation, which is why I brought it up. And you guys are my homies.
That was not where I thought you were going to go when you said you saw someone
I thought you were going to be like, I saw Jelly Roll.
Someone...
No, it was an amazing concert, man. It's such a good band, and they have like a great like breakup song called "Old Ties and Companions," which like left a good bow on it. You know, I probably should have gone up there and like spun her around when that song was going on if I wanted to be cool, but it was like kind of like a wholesome ending moment.
I don't know if that's cool. I think invading someone's personal space.
Okay, Rhys, all right. It was like a very well-rounded experience with this band that we both loved, and then they played like that song, and I was like, yes, that is an old tie / companion that we have moved on, and it was just an interesting thing. So that is my personal bit about Nate. You've learned something more about me. I can love. But let's kick it to Drew here. You have an unboxing to do, my friend.
Yeah, okay, so I do want to publicly shame Rhys White because I have received this package from, I'm not going to show it, I'm not going to show either of the addresses because I don't want people having my address. But it reads, Mama Rasmussen from the streets, Seattle, Washington.
I'm going to go get mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the note. It was very, I might have teared up.
Note. Oh, see,
Sorry.
now I might cry if this is sweet. So okay,
Mama Ras apparently put something in it that I did not know about. So
I'm very excited. Mallory has said multiple times to you guys at home. Obviously, that's my wife. She said, I can't believe you have a package and you haven't opened it. And I said, well, I was told very expressly and very seriously, don't open it because we're going to do this on camera. So the fact that Rhys has opened his really perturbed me, you guys at home. I was deeply annoyed with my BFF Rhystopher for opening this outside of the realms of Cameraville. But yes, so this is the first time I've opened this. Would Mama
I was
Rasmussen
gonna open it and then glue it and tape it back together. I felt a little guilty.
would
Nate didn't say anything to me after I put.
Oh
cut
man,
open.
see, I just peeked in, and like one of the things I hoped was in it is in it. Okay, would
Well, those
Mama
are very good.
Rasmussen would she be upset if I used her first name?
no, she's. This is a great time to announce it, guys. 25th episode. Mama Ras is coming on. She's coming
I'm
on
so
What's on Your
excited.
Mind, and I'm not going to be on it. And it's going to be Mama Ras, Drew, and Rhys, and I'm so
can't wait.
terrified.
No, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna
But
be
I
awesome.
guess you guys
I'm
get a peek
terrified
inside
when
my
we
life.
have Danielle
This is
on.
an on-deck family at this point, and our listeners are our friends, so you guys get a peek inside of the life.
I
Well, most
don't
of them
know-
are our coworkers, if we're being honest.
It's true,
They're our
and-
they're-
My mom and my dad listen to this podcast every week. I think they skip to the What's on Your Mind every week, but it's cool. I tell them not to watch them like this guy. Like, no, don't watch my podcast. But they do love listening.
I didn't expect. I don't know what I thought Mama Raz's name was, but it wasn't Lori in my mind.
that's what I thought
Sweet,
too.
sweet name.
That was
I
number,
like it. Very sweet name.
I was expecting like a Jessica, just like, or just something, I think Lori's a very nice name.
I think Laura. I would have been like,
She's
hey,
a Laura. She's a Laura.
See?
She
Okay.
goes by Lori. Yeah.
The vibes are there. And then in my brain, I always just imagine, and now I realize, so listen very carefully at home when I say this. I'll always imagine your dad being Drew Rasmussen, and you just don't talk about it because it would be weird. And I was gonna say I always picture your dad's name being Drew, but I didn't want Mama Ras to think ill of me for being like I'm your dad or anything your dad did. So anyway, I picture Drew Rasmussen as your father.
My
not
father's Andrew.
I was,
I'm
okay.
so impressed with myself.
I was
right
thinking
now.
Richard. I was thinking Richard.
Richard
Rhys
Rasmussen.
is way off.
Dude, Rich Rasmussen is a great name. Nate,
Double
keep that,
R?
keep,
That would've
yeah,
been
keep
great.
that
Put in
in
the
the
baby
hopper.
name? Yeah.
Put that in the hopper. Dick Ras. Okay,
No, you're
okay,
gonna name your kids like Braden or Jaden or Caden or
Heck
dude.
no.
Kale Fountain. Wait, what? No.
Kale Fountain Rasmussen. Okay, so should I like not look in and just pull things out? How should I do this?
Do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Mama Ras shipped these off. She was so excited, and we helped
Oh
together.
my
We kind of picked
gosh.
what went in those. I believe
Do you guys
Mama
want me
Ras
to
wrote a
show-
card to you guys. She's a sentimental.
Oh my gosh. Well,
person.
so am I. I'm the most sentimental sap in the world. So one thing I was hoping was in here is in here, and I am gassed all the way up.
Is it gonna fit your gigantic noggin?
I need you to watch your ass, Rhys.
Hey, I also have a gigantic noggin. I'm not gonna hear any slander from Smada, who probably has like a head that starts with a 6.
Yeah, Smada. I try to give it to Smada as good as I get nowadays about the head thing.
I don't. I love Smada.
Yeah,
He's
a
my
good guy,
boss.
I guess. He's a good guy, I guess.
Boom.
How about that at home? It needs to be a little looser, but I'm struggling with it. How about that?
Mine needs to be tightened a little bit. I thought
How
I
about
overestimated the size. I forgot that I got a haircut today.
Go Beaks.
I have this, which I will attend to last.
So our audio listeners need to hop over to the YouTube at this
Yeah,
point
you
to
have-
see what's
okay.
going on.
So Nate, why don't you describe what I have on my head now?
The two fellas have the Bushnell dad hat equipped at this point, so it feels right with me, playing at Bushnell now, coaching there. The fellas can root on the Beaks. So we had to
My
get them some
favorite
gear
NAIA program.
to be able to root on the Beaks. It's a free YouTube live stream; anyone can watch along. So great college baseball. We got 2 new fans.
It actually
have
has like
a hair
it has a
in here
legitimately
as
great
well.
camera.
Oh, that's a
like,
little
it kind of
weird.
shocked me. What?
Drew has a hair in his.
I have a hair. A hair.
Well, it's not his.
Yeah, I don't have hair.
Convene as it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I meant
Aw.
to pull that out. Oh, there's something in there?
I put a surprise in one of your guys's because I was going through old stuff.
Oh, how did I not? Oh.
50-50.
Okay, cool.
See,
I'll remember that.
it should have been Rhys because like I'm too sentimental. Mama Ras, number one, first of all. See now this, yeah.
I have mine in the other room.
I believe
this
the
is
thought
fabulous.
is when we are now fans of things, we have a foam finger to denote our
Obs.
fandom.
I am a fan.
We have
Personal fan.
we have visual
props
bits now as well.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well,
So-
you have a prop too when you go Big Nate. That's basically a prop.
That's true. That's awesome. Long-term listeners of the show will also remember us talking about skinny dipped peanut butter cups. Mama Raz has hooked me up. Loads of peanut butter, 2 grams of sugar per cup. 30 of these boys.
Me and Danielle went through them like
They're
quickly.
very good.
I'm
They're
so
like
excited.
and it's like they don't make you like after having like 2 or 3 Reese's, you do kind of start to feel like shit a little bit. At least
Little
I
bit.
do.
Yeah.
And then especially like the bigger ones, the smaller ones don't count. They're not real in my mind. When Halloween comes around and shout out my nephew, he's 5. Halloween's been great for me. Him being in my life has been fantastic for a lot of reasons. But having Halloween candy back in my life has also been great. I eat like 5 or 6 of his pieces of candy, but that's neither here nor there. I have to do my uncle
It
duties.
needs to get passed out on Halloween. The goat peanut butter cup, worth a try. I believe you get them at Costco. At least we do around here. So maybe that's the spot.
I'm not going
I
to
have a
read the
question
card
on
out loud.
Halloween.
I'm not going to read the card out loud because I'm going to keep this for me. I love it, and I am struggling not to tear up. Maybe one of the coolest things I've read in a very long time. Thank you, Mama Raz.
The card is very nice. I don't want to read mine either. Very sweet. Very nice card.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
it's
take-
super, super cool.
Greetings.
Look at that art. Yeah, greetings. Thanks, Nate.
Greetings from Seattle.
Just incredibly sweet. Like, oh, I love it. I love it so much. This means so much to me. And this.
Wait, your mom thinks that
and
I enjoy
this-
working with you, though. That's kind of so that's wrong.
She's
I don't
getting the
enjoy
wrong.
work-
She's getting the wrong vibe. Rhys is saying. And I love this. This is hysterical.
I thought that was
okay.
funny.
Wait, did you see the? I haven't showed you guys yet.
No, please.
I got
Rhys got something else.
I got a terrarium kit. I'm so pumped. I might build it on a podcast. Honestly, that's what I might do when I'm not. I should have done that while you guys were. I should have done that while you guys were talking about the All-Star game because I had no interest in talking about it. I'm very excited about this. It's like meant for like ages. I might give it to my nephew. He just 3 and up. Nah, it's staying with me.
I think Rhys needs to. I think that needs to be bonus content.
We got
That's gonna be
a children's terrarium.
Perfect.
A children's term. I'm gonna put fish in here. I'm gonna buy fish. I don't even know where I'd buy fish. My Walmart doesn't sell fish anymore. It's a very sad day. I used to look forward to going and looking at the fish section. I never bought anything there, but I like the idea of it. Oh, speaking of handing out Halloween candy, what's the weirdest thing you guys ever got handed out to you on Halloween? I got like soda multiple times. Weird thing to get on
I got
Halloween.
a toothbrush.
I've gotten
like
both
the
of those
worst.
things.
I got a box of raisins once, and they're like half open. And I was like, I don't know if I want this. I didn't want this to begin with, but I especially don't want it now.
Okay. Do you guys, I don't know if this is a Southern thing or not, popcorn balls?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
So-
Like the ball that's made
Yeah,
of
I used to
popcorn?
live in the South, and you used to get them, and you were told not to eat them because you don't eat something that someone else makes from home because they might have razor blades in it.
This is correct. Listen to this man, kids. This is a great pointing to
don't
For our,
eat
our
anything.
children audience.
For the
Yeah, for
12-year-olds
children-
watching on
for the
net.
children who-
child audience at home, you listen to me. This is dangerous. I'm gonna do a lot with this.
Yeah. Well, Rhys, I suppose what's on your mind at this point?
I've
Thanks,
become
Mama
obsessed with. Yeah, shout out to Mama Ras. I don't remember if she wanted her first name being put out there. The only thing is, like, I don't know how you think that I enjoy working with your son. It is like community service at the best. No, I'm just kidding. I love working with Nate. Nate's one of my favorite people in the entire world. I remember when I hired him. Makes me feel like I'm getting old and sentimental, and I'm gonna start crying on the podcast, which I would never do. I've never cried a tear in my life. Anyways, TikTok. I've become obsessed with these TikToks, and it's called the second date update. It is basically, so they have a really bad first date, and they try and reconnect them and get them to have a second date. They almost never do. It is crazy, some of the stuff that people do. It makes me glad that I'm not in the dating space for a lot of reasons. I'm in a very happy, loving relationship with Danielle, who will be on, if this nonsense makes it to 100, I think she's tentatively agreed. We'll see if that happens. I might like fake my own death, which you can only do once, by the way. That's my.
Gotta
you
save
can
it
only
for
do
a
it
good
once.
time. Gotta save it for a
Yes,
good time.
you can only do that once. Well, you can do it once with a group of people. You can do it as many times as you want, I guess. But yeah, it's basically, and then you get to hear how the date went, and it reminds me of bad dates that I've been on, where I went out with a girl once. I think I said this on the podcast, and I went out with a girl, and she left with her baby daddy, which is not fun. Really good for the self-esteem. Yeah, so that's just what I've been enjoying. I've been enjoying that sort of stuff on TikTok. TikTok's great. I feel like this is not a very exciting. We're gonna have a baby draft now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know what that means.
Now let's draft babies.
We have baby drafts written down in our show to do later for the people back home, and we don't know. If you can remind us what the baby draft is, that would be awesome. What's the baby draft?
It gets creepier the more you talk about it.
Are we drafting babies?
Just gonna go. I don't know.
It's like the I think you should leave sketch. The chunkiest babies.
I also one of my favorite I think you should leave sketch is when the baby the man hunts down the baby who cried his entire flight home. That's fantastic. That's a great bit.
It's a good gif.
It is a good gif. When you were trying to get that going on Twitter, it was I was really hoping that would take off for you. I don't think it did.
I do have something, and Rhys, I'm so sorry to cut you off. I do have something I want to call out. I want to point out that I've been deeply enjoying a new Twitter account. I'm trying to find it.
Oh God, we're not doing this nonsense, are we?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. The one that Nate clearly made.
No,
is BS. If I have to say it frankly.
Look,
how dare you?
All I'm gonna say is just this new account on Twitter that all of you should go and follow at Rhys White Burner. Just fabulous account.
This is nonsense.
Rhys White clearly has fans.
Yeah, I mean, Rhys, you should be flattered. Like, there's definitely no Drew Wheeler burner, and Lord, I don't know what that would be.
Do not give Nate any ideas. We can't.
Why? Where are you going to Nate? What do you mean give Nate ideas?
Okay, it's either Nate or Nate.
Oh, okay.
Nate,
I don't think so.
I can't wait for the Hinge episode where we get you a girlfriend. Then you can stop with this nonsense. Then you don't have time to create burner accounts that reply to my tweets. The middleman trademark fan club. I wonder who that could be.
I mean, let's just call a spade.
Podcast listener.
Let's call a spade here. The Rhys B reply guy at Rhys White Burner tweeted a tweeted a screenshot of me at the MLB draft between Mr. and Mrs. Met. That tweet has gotten 2.3 thousand views.
You know what sucks? That tweet really pisses me off too, because I am the inventor of that bit, and I get like 2 likes and like 100 views, and it drove me nuts. And
that tweet, Rhys, is up to 4 comments, 2 retweets, 16 likes, and 2.3 thousand views.
This Rhys B reply guy just does it better than Rhys White. I don't know what else to say.
And not only that, but just very, very fun. Today, Rhys was very excited about a new purchase he made. Congratulations, by the way, man. I don't think I said congratulations, but I don't know. I very much think that this is a great Twitter account. So again, at Rhys White Burner. So check that out.
It's interesting. I'm looking. Rhys did an Ask Me Anything, and Rhys B reply guy replied and said, "Who's your favorite reply guy?" No response.
I'm not dignifying you with a responance, Nate.
I don't understand. You retweeted me. No, you retweeted the Rhys B reply guy.
Nate didn't ask
that. You retweeted him.
It was the Rhys B reply guy. Nate didn't ask that.
I said, Rhys. Good job, Rhys, and Rhys retweeted it. I mean, the Rhys B reply guy said that.
Oh, yeah.
You retweeted
it. Listen.
What a fun slip, Nate. That clearly wasn't you. It was the Rhys B reply guy.
Terrible. Some people just want to hype up the homies, and some homies don't like it. So
Look,
It might transfer into a Will Thompson fan page real soon.
wow, you know,
it's just like pictures of him shopping for clothes for Giants. He doesn't go to
Lot
the
of-
big and tall section, but he's
lot of
also not
Gumby.
like he's not big. Like he's just tall, so like the clothes just hang off of him. I'm gonna ask Will that on what's on your mind. What's it like shopping at that height at 6'6"? I think
I'm
he's
just
like
gonna
6'6".
say-
I think he's probably taller than 6'6". I think he rounds down. So
Can we
don't
start
feel
calling
bad.
Will like taller heights just to mess with him? I've been doing this bit where I've been calling him like 6'8" just to kind of be weird about it. So
yeah, I love
That's a
that.
new
With
bit that we're
Nate
doing.
being weird? No way. He doesn't create a burner account.
I don't have scheduled posts. What?
I've got to figure out a way to put this here so it's constantly in the frame with me, but I can use both of my hands. Anyway, no, I had to point that out though because it was on my mind the other day, and I was like, okay, next, what's on your mind? I have to talk about Rhys White burner, just my new favorite Twitter account. Really good stuff out of that person, whoever they are. Shout
Yeah,
out
you
to
know,
you.
It's for the PLive
Shout-
fans. Whoever made that clearly loves Prospects Live.
And
Why
loves
wouldn't
me.
they?
Loves Rhys White. Man.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
I suppose it's a good time to wrap this up, though, fellas. We're trying to keep this episode right around an hour for more digestible episodes for you guys at home, and we think it's going to play better on some algorithms, and we think it's going to take up less of your time at home. So we're going to talk some substance before we do the What's on Your Minds from here on out and try to keep episodes around an hour long. So let us know what you think about that. If you do have strong opinions, we would love to hear them. But Drew, where can the people find you? I didn't give you a whole lot of time. Rhys, where can the people find you?
You can find me on social media. This is my, I'll take over from here. You can find me on Twitter at Rhys White Burner, and then you can find me on Instagram at Rhys White, Bluesky at Rhys White, Bluesky, like dreadful. Nate, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me on the Pay Range application. I used to use this to pay for my laundry when I lived in an apartment, and now I use this. It's a Bluetooth thing that I use to buy darts at the local bar where I play darts at. It's like an electronic form of payment. So you just shoot it over Bluetooth style to the dartboard, and then it lets you play. I don't know, but I'm running out of apps.
I'm so confused. I feel like when you like someone explains like a cryptocurrency to like my grandparents.
Do I need to explain this one?
And you Bluetooth something, which is still
So
magic, by the way.
it's an app.
Bluetooth is magic.
It's an app that connects to the dartboard. You pay for the dartboard on the app.
Okay, so wait. You pay for the dartboard, okay?
On the app.
Yes, but then you're paying to put money onto the dartboard. So you're double paying.
Correct. So you pay for the app, you get credits in the app or whatever, and then you use those credits to pay for the dartboard. It's a genius scheme because there's just money sitting on there at all times. It's like touch tunes.
By the dartboard people, yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Everybody else seems like a sham. Anyways, shout out to them.
True. Where
Yes.
can people find you?
Please find me on the Twitter machine at drewisokay. Find me on Instagram at drewisokay. And you can find me on Bluesky at tylerjennings24.bsky.social. I'm very smart, and I post a lot about smart people things there.
It's one of my favorite follows. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of On Deck, chaotic as ever. But we'll be back on Tuesday with the Will Thompson. Squill Thompson's coming back on the pod to talk about a little bit of a draft recap for you guys. So we will see you next time.
I can't let her go. I can't let her down. As the last song fades.